Well, small businesses are still feeling the effects of the COVID pandemic. Inflation, supply chain issues, and staffing shortages have made the challenges of being a business owner even more difficult. In our series, Liam Collins explains what it takes to balance public health and public confidence as business owners continue coping with COVID.
Unemployment rates nationwide have mostly bounced back from the pandemic's peak, but at its worst in April of 2020, more than 1 in 10 people were out of a job. Those levels have rebounded to near pre-pandemic levels, but the challenges persist as business owners try to recover from the setback worth millions.
There's definitely decisions that have to be made that can decide the fate of your business.
That's how it's felt for more than 2 years for Douglas Lee. He was a new business owner when the pandemic hit. Be Caffeinated's Red Bank store had just opened. The location in North Shore opened months later.
Only having to shut down twice due to outbreaks, it was pretty clear that what we were doing was working.
Like so many, hygiene became the priority. At Be Caffeinated, masks were required. Cleaning happened more often. Lee says it was a way to boost customer confidence at a time when that was so low.
It's so nice out.
It is. It's a beautiful day.
Lee wasn't sure if his business would make it.
It got hairy, that's for sure. You know, as soon as at first it wasn't so bad because the supply chain hadn't broken down.
The shop already had capabilities for drive-through service. That's why Lee says his employees didn't end up becoming among the nearly 5 million employees who lost their job during the pandemic, and why his business didn't end up being the nearly 1 in 3 who closed down at least temporarily in the last 2 years.
I had friends that were business owners. Their store completely closed. They never reopened.
Businesses are staying busy, people are spending money.
Michele Mason is the president of Chattanooga's chapter of the Better Business Bureau. She says businesses are recovering from the effects of the pandemic, but the bigger post-pandemic trend is companies that are reshuffling their models.
But we are seeing some of what we would call the economies of scale, where businesses see that it's more beneficial to let someone come in and buy their business and merge it with other locations.
Mason says she sees most of their business partners have either reopened after closing during the pandemic or never closed at all. But about 10% of her clients were either closed, bought out, or had owners who decided to retire early. It's twice as many as last year.
We can see where it'd be beneficial to the owners, especially someone who's been around for quite some time, because there's a lot of challenges right now.
Lee knows those challenges well: supply chain issues, health and safety risks, and controversial choices.
You know, I've told basically all of my employees that if things go well, we'll get rid of them. If we absolutely have to, we'll make it a seasonal thing. Avoiding shutdown is the priority.
Employees at Be Caffeinated are still required to wear masks, but customers are not. Lee says once cases subside, he may revoke that with the warning, however, that it may return on a seasonal basis. In the studio, Liam Collins, Local 3.